And we've already looked at all the metrics about our business and all the data sources that are available to us. So now the step is to step outside of our business to understand what other metrics can we use. Part of this comes from talking to people or friends, but not all of us knows a founder of a company that may have direct experience in metrics that may be relevant for us. So we have to go outside of this. This often means honestly just searching the web. We'll use Google to search for posts or blog posts or news articles that may mention specific metrics about businesses. We'll look at industry reports to say what they've said in terms of like overall industry averages. We may use public financial data and look through public financial filings to see what they've actually said about their businesses. 10K reports or other financial reports created in the US can often be great ways to figure out what public companies were saying about the performance of their business. So we're probably going to use the same note sheet that we used earlier to just continue to type in more data there. I'll often do this. This is the same messy thing. I'll type in numbers, things I find, and I'll put links to websites or links to PDFs, or even I'll paste in like the paragraph from a news article, just because I want to see all the messy data there. But partially because people are going to want to see where the data comes from. Seeing a number that says 2.4% without any explanation is really hard for someone to understand. So we're going to start by coming back to our notes section. And so we're going to choose some metrics here that are important. We may start with conversion rate, meaning there's a lot of e-commerce companies out there. So when I start searching through the web, I may find a blog post by another apparel company that talks about their own conversion rates. They may say that they got 2 to 4% conversion rates over time. I may find an industry report that mentions that holiday sales have 50% higher conversion rate. I may find a Quora post which references a e-commerce industry standard for other companies like me that may say the average rate is 3.25%. We don't want to lock onto this is the data point I want to use, or this is a company that is just like ours, that is the exact example for us to use. The answer might be a little more varied. Our strategies may not always fit the strategies of our competitors, or our tactics we might want to use right now may not always be the same tactics that someone used successfully in the past. So we can't always adapt or use the metrics in that way. So we have to understand the context of the metrics out there so we can use them appropriately. You could look at the example of a company which gets hundreds of thousands of website visits a month. But that could be based because they have a particular strategy and hire tons of people to create content. They have agencies that create social media posts, and they make tons of effort to drive that sort of traffic, which may be different from you, where you don't do the same thing. You have to understand the strategy they're pursuing and how that relates to the metrics you see. It's very hard to find good data about something which is usually a tremendously important and telling metric about the success of a business. And it's also very unique. Different companies use different conversion paths, different goals, different structures, and they may measure things differently. It's just not something that's commonly talked about or public that can be really hard to find good data on. It's also very variable, meaning if you have a product which has a low price point being sold to a ton of people, that is an easy thing for someone to buy, that's probably a different conversion rate from a product that is a higher price point that may require a ton of research or thought that goes into the purchase. Conversion rate of a car online is not going to be someone visiting a car's website to buying a car, right? It's going to be drastically different compared to going onto Amazon and then purchasing a book. The goal here isn't to find the one true number I want to use in the model. The goal here is to find a range of numbers that could be relevant or powerful for us. The reason is you're going to do research, you want to know where all the things you found are. You also want to be able to back those up to people who are going to ask you questions about this. You can't always go to a website and be like, what is the right number of organic traffic I should expect for a company like this at my stage in development? And the answer is usually a little more nuanced, more complex than that. And so you have to find a way to take in advice and data points and different things people say and create one consistent view of what the potential could be.